Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the Ascension form of Kirito from the Sword Art Online collaboration. And then I would say he's pretty basic in how he plays. And then he doesn't even change how he plays that much when you use the strike shot. But anyway, let's have a look at him. He is Dark Element, Pierce, a balance type. Stats are solid overall. HP is decent, attack is pretty good at 24. He also has a gauge, so that will go near 30. And then speed is very good at 372. You definitely want that with a Pierce character. And then he is a fairy class, which I think is very cool. It's true to the story. He has the Yui no Oen, Yui's cheer. That's that ability kind of similar to Kiss Kill Leela, where Yui appears and then heals your life up to full during the beginning of some stage of a boss sequence. It has a chance of happening, it has a chance of not happening. And then Kirito Ascension and Evolution and Asana, they all have the Yui no Oen skill. And I guess the picture of Yui that comes up is different from all three. So you can try them out and see if you can see all of them. Next up, Kirito has Counter Slayer passive in him. So it's always on. You can see who you have the Slayer for when you're charging up your shot, and then it also go into his bump combos. And then, yeah, him being a Pierce and with that high attack makes this very, very nice for him. And then on the gauge, he has Super Null Gravity Barrier, which is also more craziness. Super Null Gravity Barrier, when he hits a gravity barrier, he will get speed up. Basically just if like the same as if he had hit Ribbon or another character with speed up. And then somebody compared the speed boost of Super Null Gravity Barrier to Dash. And Super Null Gravity Barrier is much faster actually, so very, very nice to have. The luck skill is critical, which is again amazing for him, being high speed with the high attack and also the counter slayer. So you're kind of seeing like where this character is going. And then the strike shot, it's basically just a speed and power up, plus like effect of swords. The swords do come out, but they only hit characters that he hits. Sometimes there are strike shots where like a character swings their weapon around them, and if they get near an enemy, they will hit them. But with Kirito Ascension's case, you have to actually hit the guy to get that hit out. But yeah, basically it's just a speed and power up for him. So you can just keep taking advantage of his Super Null Gravity Barrier and his Counter Slayer. And then the bump combo, he has the Super Slice and Dice. This is not the Super Dimensional Blades. So it will be shorter range, but you'll get more hits out of it than the Super Dimensional Blades. And then, yeah, of course, if you get this in a boss's weak point, that will be lots of damage. And then the Counter Slayer goes into this. So people who've used Nobunaga Transcendent, they know how good this is. And then the sub-bump combo is the Kidan, that single fireball. This is fire element, I believe, so he'll get a little extra boost in wood quests. It is a sub-bump combo, so it doesn't do the full damage, but still 100,000 is plenty good. And then Able Berries for him, I would absolutely recommend Kin Strength. Just get him all the different varieties of Kin Strength that you can. You just want to use him to attack. Kin Speed is a possibility because the Super Null Gravity Barrier, it's a multiplier that will add that extra speed in there as well. I don't know about Sidekick for him. I don't know about Strike Haste for him. Survivor is a possibility for him because he is dark, and then you know, he can go to light quests and then, you know, take less damage that way. But I would say concentrate on the Kin Strength. And then we did recently get those new Able Berries where they combine like attack and HP, or like HP and speed. And then they have their three different sorts as well: class, style, and the last one, whatever it is. But before, you could not put like, say, 2 class Kin Strength Able Berries on one character and then get the boost from both. In this case you will, with those new type of Able Berries. So if I put a class Kin Strength on Kirito here, and then I put a class Kin Strength Speed, that double one, on that second Able Berry, they'll both count, those bonuses. So if you're interested particularly in raising Kirito's attack, that could be an option for you. As for quests that he is good for, he's really only good for the gravity barrier quests. But there are places like Karuma with the warps, or Tsukuyomi with the damage walls, where you can kind of get away with just no gravity barrier. You could use him, so yeah, but very, very powerful and very unsubtle, I would say. The way you use him is pretty straightforward, just direct attacks, direct attacks, direct attacks. Okay, so let's take him to a quest, and then yeah, like I just said, he's good mainly for gravity barrier quests, but if there's like another gimmick in there that you can kind of sort of ignore, then you can bring him in there. And I'm going to bring him to floor 35 of the Tower of Champions. There are blocks and there are damage walls in here, but let's see how Kirito does here. Okay, he is a Pierce, so we'll get rid of the anti-bounce guys. And then all of my other characters, they have both the no gravity barrier and the no damage wall. I always bring Mikhail because she's one of my favorite characters, and it's very cool to see her in the new anime with Lucifer and Uriel. She's kind of a sub-character, but still very cool. I guess Oriol, she'll be one of my new mainstays for this Tower of Champions. She's been pretty great. And she's also got the null block, which is a nice bonus for this quest. And then friend is Mana Ascension, who I use quite often as a friend. I do like her. Okay, Kirito's turn again. Let's see if we can get rid of all the little guys again. Okay, good. They do revive each other, but not every turn. But still, we would like to get rid of them all at once. Okay, so there we saw his bump combo. The slice and dice was not quite near enough to, you know, reach a bunch of guys. But the Kidan, of course, that's full range, so that can travel any distance. But again, I wouldn't really worry too much about, like, you know, say positioning with Kirito Ascension to use his bump combo. You really want him to use his main attacks. Except here, if I go to the right, I'll hit the damage wall, so we'll just do an up and down angle here. Okay, that's fine. He has the barrier here because he was hit by Mana last. She has that ability to give a barrier to whomever she hits last, so... Unfortunately, Kirito does not have this ability all the time. Okay, here comes Oriol. No block, not really an issue there. Okay, pretty good. Alright, so we might be able to get Kirito stuck in between the block there. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. Okay, that's pretty good. And then if you are in a place with like a mini-boss or a boss with a Pierce character with Counter Slayer or any kind of Slayer, it might be worth, you know, just going straight for that weak point. Just get 1 or 2 hits, rather than try to get there kind of slowly. And then, of course, if you can get a critical hit when you hit that weak point, that's crazy, crazy damage. Alright. I would have loved to have gotten a loop hit on the Babel there, but you have to be lined up with the weak point. The weak point has its own little hitbox in addition to the boss's like big hitbox. So in a narrow space like that, if you go back and forth through just the boss, you're going to hit the boss hitbox once, and then continue to move within the hitbox and not get more hits. But if the weak point were in there, we would hit that every time we go back and forth, and so get a loop hit and lots of damage. Okay, nice damage there from Mikhail's bump combo. I really, really like her still, even to this day. Alright, with Kirito, we'll just go straight up, I think. Alright, that is fine. Okay, first boss sequence. We want to get rid of all the little guys before we take down the boss, because he'll hit us with a one-hit KO. And if there's any little guys left, they will not run away, and then we'll just die, and that'll be it. But yeah, anywhere where there's gravity barriers, you can bring Kirito. He would be good for Izanami, Yamato Takeru, Tsukuyomi. Who else? Nirvana, that might work. Oh, let's use a Kirito strike shot. I was getting nervous about getting rid of all the little guys. Okay. Thankfully though, there's only a chance that the one-hit KO will come out. It did not come out here, so that was fine. But yeah, as we saw there, Kirito's not swinging the swords around him as he moves. He's only hitting the guys that he is coming in direct contact with, so. Well, let's see how that slice and dice does. Yeah, that's pretty good. Of course, if you're at close range and you get it into the boss's weak point, then that's good damage. Okay, we'll work our way to the right and then get lots of hits in on the weak point. We sped down too much though, so we weren't able to take him down. Okay. There's that sidekick Ableberry coming in handy on Mikhail. It's not great for her in Shambhala, but I never use her in Shambhala, so it's not a big deal. Okay, 2 more stages to go. What I should be doing here is I should be aiming for the nearest wall first, so I can get that speed up from, you know, that special gimmick of this mission. But I don't feel like I'm in too much trouble here, so we'll just do regular shots. Okay, there's that knockout again. Knockout might be decent for Kirito Ascension. He is a Pierce and he has high speed, which is basically what you want when you use a knockout Ableberry. But again, I would focus on the Kin Strength for him. Okay, last stage. And then here I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to go ahead and use Mana Strike Shot in order to delay the boss and then also to take down the white guy on the left there. And also to gain the immunity to the magic circles. Alright. Okay, good damage there again from Kirito's Slice and Dice. Alright, let's see if I can get through this turn somehow without becoming a chick. Alright, I have the Counter Slayer on the boss. Okay. So I went faster than I was expecting, but we hit 4, so we're alright. And then, yeah, if the weak point appears on the left there, Kirito will have a perfect shot to get lots of hits in on the weak point, so let's hope for that. Okay. Miraculously, Mikhail is still in the original form. We'll get rid of the wizard, we'll lower the defense of the boss. And we'll get rid of the anti-bounce guy. We don't care if she's a chick anymore, Mana. Okay, and here comes Kirito's turn. And we kind of have the weak point lined up, so let's see what we can do here. Oh, okay, critical on the weak point. Alright, so as we can see, Kirito, very high damage output. In some cases it will take a little bit of creativity to use him, because he only has the single null ability. But yeah, very high attack, very easy to use. Bump combos are actually pretty good, although you shouldn't focus on them, I would say. And then Strike Shot is basically just like a better version of his normal attack. I would say if you only had one of Kirito and you were trying to decide between the Evolution and the Ascension, I would actually say the Evolution. But if you had two, then by all means make the Ascension. He's very, very good. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.